Hello friends and welcome to a brand new tournament here on MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca. This is our Asian tournament, which is the beginning of a larger tournament which will involve 4 continents, which will all come together in the finale. Advancing in the tournament here today will be 8 of our teams. I'm Brooke O'Shea. Glad to have you with us for event number 1 of the Asian tournament. We have 16 teams as always in these tournaments. We will narrow that down in half to 8. As you see the team statistics for 2019, a lot of the countries that are here today will not be featured on that stat sheet on the left side of the screen, as we have a lot of our less well-known countries and some of the countries that have not made very many appearances here on Marble Fubeca. We're glad to have them here. There's one of them, Kazakhstan. Afghanistan is here. Of course, you've got some of the more well-known countries, the Korean Republic and India, China are all here. And we'll get a look now closer at our competitors today. Japan and Uzbekistan will face off, as will Bangladesh and the Korean Republic in the bottom left corner of the tournament. Then we have Pakistan and Myanmar, and then Kyrgyzstan and Nepal. Israel will take on Georgia, and then China against Bhutan. India and Kazakhstan, and Brunei against Afghanistan. So some of the smaller countries will have their opportunity to make it big here. We'll start with Georgia against Israel. And our tournament today is similar to the Plinko style video that we did a little while ago, as these marbles will race down the funnels and attempt to score the most amount of points possible. Israel with the blue, and Georgia has the dark red. There's a 6 for Israel, as they're the first down. Georgia follows with a 6. A couple of 2s for both sides. There's a 6 for Georgia, a 6 for Israel, a 5 for Georgia. And after one turn, 16-15. Georgia in the lead. And that difference was the 1 for Israel that had fallen in a 2. Then we would have had a tie, but instead, Georgia will move on. So they are through, and now China against Bhutan. Very little room for error here. China in the red, Bhutan is in the yellow. Bhutan down first. They've got both of their 3 marbles went down first for Bhutan before China had 1 drop. First down and through, though, is going to be China. They score 6. Bhutan has 1. There's a 1 for China. They lead at 7-1. Bhutan going to have to do something. There's a 3. They're within 3 now. This could be dangerous. China scores 8. They're up by 11. Bhutan in some serious trouble. They're not going to get it done. 15-7, and you can add 6 more. A trouncing by a final of 21-7, and the 8 for China put them out of reach as the Chinese advance. Bhutan will have a short-lived appearance here in this Asian tournament. They are done after 1 competition. And it will be China against Georgia in the quarterfinal of the Asian tournament. The top 4 qualifiers, so those who would make the semifinals of the Asian tournament itself, will advance to take on the top 4 of the other 3 continents. North America, South America, and Europe will have tournaments as well. Kazakhstan will take on India now. Kazakhstan in the blue, India in the white. And we'll see who comes out first. India has a couple on this lowest funnel. That could be big. 5 for Kazakhstan. They go down first. 5, and now a 3 for Kazakhstan, a 5 for India, another 5 for India. They've got the lead. Kazakhstan retakes the lead at 13-10. 2 for Kazakhstan. India's got the lead, and they've got the final marble. They're going to get the win, and that'll be by a final of 22-15. Couple of 6s there for India. That ends up doing it, as they will move on and take out Kazakhstan. And now Afghanistan against Brunei. Or Brunei, depending on how you want to pronounce it, but here on Marble Fubeca, we're going to pronounce it Brunei. They're in the yellow, and Afghanistan in the black. Afghanistan has their first 2 marbles down first, but Brunei comes back, and they have the first down to the final funnel. First to finish really doesn't matter, but you can set a tone if you're the first one to finish, and the first to finish will be Afghanistan. They score 5. That's a 7 for Brunei, another 5 for Afghanistan, now a 2, a 5 for Brunei. We're tied at 12. Afghanistan only has 1 more marble. Now they're down by 6. This is a big run. Brunei might pull off an upset, and they will by a final of 24-14. An impressive run. Best run of the day so far belongs to Brunei, as they take out Afghanistan, and did it rather convincingly by 10 points, nearly doubled them up. Brunei will take on India. Marble Fubeca's Asian Tournament rolls on as we begin event number 2 of the Asian Tournament. I'm Rick O'Shea here for MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca. Today we have our billiards contest, which will be a very exciting, another collision sport, which Marble Fubeca has become known for. You see the billiards table right there. And here for event number 2, the goal is to have the most marbles remaining on the billiards table, kind of the opposite of the traditional game, in which the goal is to knock the balls into the pocket. The goal instead is to knock your opponents into the pocket and to stay on the table. You'll have 3 marbles from each side, as you see the team statistics so far this year. 3 marbles from each side representing their countries, and they will do battle on the billiards table, and whichever country comes up with the most marbles still on the table at the end of that run will advance, as we will finish out the field of the 8 teams that will remain in the Asian tournament through the 2 events. We have our first event that determined half of the field for the quarterfinalists, and the other half will be determined right here. Here are the teams that have already survived and moved on to the quarterfinals. There are 4 of them. They are Georgia, China, India, and a bit of an upset in the top right quadrant, it's Brunei. And here are the countries that are competing today. Japan will take on Uzbekistan, and Bangladesh against the Korean Republic. And then in the top left quadrant, it is Pakistan against Myanmar, and Kyrgyzstan will take on Nepal. And so we'll have 4 more competitors advance to the second round of competition here for the Asian tournament. And we will go from there. Again, the top 4 are going to advance to our World Tournament, which will feature 5 different continents. First up is Uzbekistan against Japan. Japan will go from the right side, Uzbekistan from the left. They've got a little bit of green in them, and they win 2-1. Japan's going to take this one, as they're able to get 2 of their marbles to stay on. There was 1 and 2 that both fell in. They almost had a clean sweep there, as one of the Japanese marbles actually fell into one of the pockets and stopped Uzbekistan from potentially having all 3 of their marbles unable to finish on the board. So Japan is through, and now Bangladesh against the Korean Republic. Korea on the left in mostly clear marbling, and it is a mint green for Bangladesh. Wow, nice run here, and Korea is going to have all 3 of their marbles stay on. Only 1 fell through the entire round. It's Bangladesh, and they are eliminated. Look at the replay here. Wow, look at that one. In and out for Korea. And there was the one that fell in on the bottom left, or bottom right, rather, for Bangladesh, as they are eliminated. Very impressive run, and a good job of avoiding some trouble there for the Korean Republic as they move on. Pakistan against Myanmar now. Pakistan will go from the right with mostly green, some yellow, and like a little bit of red there for Myanmar. They are down first. Oh, that's not good at all. Myanmar had all 3 shoot straight through, and Pakistan is going to have a clean sweep. 3-0. Look at this. 1, 2, and one of Myanmar's marbles didn't even make it onto the board. It fell out off of the billiard table. That was a dominant performance there by Pakistan, helped out by the fact that it took them so long to get down the course. And so Myanmar with an unfortunate end to their tournament. And now it will be Nepal on the left in the black and red, and Kyrgyzstan in the red and yellow. They come down similar times, and Kyrgyzstan is in trouble. They're going to drop 1 and lose this matchup. Nepal, again, another country able to remain with all of their marbles on the billiard table. And right there it is, the one that falls for Kyrgyzstan and eliminates them from competition. So we've got our 8 competitors now as Nepal. The competitors have been dropped from 16 to 8 as we bring you the finale of the Asian tournament here on Marble Fubeca. I'm Rico Shea for MSPN's coverage as always. And we have our grand finale. This is the half pipes, which will result in points. In this finale, we're going to have 3 members from each team that will compete for points. As you can see, the course is layered with different point values for which spot in the course you end up in. You see the team statistics for 2019, but right now our competitors aren't worried about the overall statistics. They're trying to be one of, if not the 4 marbles that will advance to the World Tournament. They're trying to win this competition and take home Asian tournament bragging rights in that great trophy in the middle of our bracket. Japan will take on the Korean Republic, and Pakistan will take on Nepal. On the other side, Georgia and China, and India and Brunei. They haven't faced off in a while. Those were the competitors and the countries that advanced back in our first video. Now Japan against the Korean Republic. Japan with a dominant win in their first round matchup. And here we go. Japan on the left with the white and blue, mostly clear and blue for the Korean Republic. And look at that. Whoa, Korea all the way down near the 7 and 8. Japan is going to lose this matchup. They score 5, 2 in the 2, and 1 in the 1 marker. And it's a final of 10-5 for the Korean Republic. This is a teamwork-heavy competition where you're going to have to try to propel your teammates further and further down the course. That is exactly what Korea did, and they are moving on to the semifinals. Now on the other side, to the top right corner of the bracket, it is Brunei against India. That shows us a bit of what we're going to see. You see you can score as many as 9, but I think you're going to see a lot of 1s and 2s, maybe some 3s and 4s. India is got the white marble, mostly green for Brunei, and Brunei is in trouble. They're going to score 4. 1 over by the 5 and the 6 for India, 1 at the 1 and 2. India's got 2. They're going to win this one. We'll see if it's 8 or 7. It'll be 8. 8-4 the final. India gets the win. And again, a lot of scoring over near the 1s and 2s. That's where 5 of the 6 marbles landed. So if you can get one of your marbles further down the course, you've got a great chance to advance in this competition. That's what India did. They're moving on. And now Pakistan takes on Nepal. Remember, if you win this matchup, you are in the World Tournament. You don't have to win your competition. All you need to do is get into the semifinals. So Nepal against Pakistan, and a spot on a very big stage is on the line. Nepal is in the red. Pakistan is in the green. They make their way down. And oh, look at that! A 9 for Pakistan. Nepal is going to score 2. Pakistan puts up a huge number. They got 2 all the way down towards the end of the course. 18 points. And Nepal scores 2. I'm not sure where their other marble went. I guess it somehow landed off the course. Here we go. Let's find out. Yep, there it is. Did not make a clean transition from the first half pipe to the second. It's knocked off the course, adding perhaps some injury to insult there, as Pakistan with a dominant 18-2 victory. They claim the 3rd spot in the semifinals, and now China will battle Georgia for that final spot. That was the blueprint of exactly what you want to do, and then on the other end, exactly what you don't want to do if you're Nepal. Here's China. They're in the red. The dark maroon, maybe, would be Georgia. And we'll see. Georgia making headway. They've got a huge run. They've already got 9. They've got 1 in the 3s and the 4s, 1 in the 7 and 8. China has 2 of their 3 finished. They've got 4 points. There's 8. There is a 3 for China. And it's a huge 20-7 victory. A 9, an 8, and a 3 gets it done for Georgia. They pull off the huge upset against China. Big win there for Georgia on an upset over the Chinese. Great run, and that's all you have to do. Worry about yourself, don't worry about your competitors. Pakistan against Korea now. You see the Korean Republic was watching on right at the starting gates. Nice run by Pakistan. Korea's in some trouble. They're only going to score 2. Pakistan's got 4 already. They've got another one that'll head for the 5 or the 6. One of the Korean Republic marbles did not finish this competition. And that is an absolute backbreaker, as Pakistan will win this one by a final of 9-2. We'll have to maybe take a look at the replay. Yeah, there it is, over near the 2 is where that other marble was. And, oh, so close. But the transition, yeah, not quite good enough. You have to have a very clean transition from half pipe to half pipe, otherwise you run the risk of not scoring any points at all. And that's what happened to the Korean Republic there. It's the same thing has happened twice in a row now for the competitors of Pakistan, helping Pakistan with 2 easy wins. Won that one by 7 points, won the other one by 16. Now Georgia against India. Georgia's got the highest point total at any point in this competition. That's not going to happen here. They're in a lot of trouble. India scores 1. Georgia right now has 3. India, though, has 1 over by the 7 and the 8. 3 and the 4. There's a 4 for Georgia. They've got a 7-1 lead right now. Now it's cut to 7-5, and India takes the win 13-7. Now, it just was not going to happen. Once you, if you see a competitor down by the 7, the 8, even the 5 and the 6, and you've got 2 of your marbles landing in either 1 or 2, you're in a lot of trouble. And that was the case there. Pakistan will take on India. But first, the 3rd place matchup between the Korean Republic and Georgia. Winner gets a spot on the podium. Here we go. Korea's in trouble immediately. Korea's got 4. Georgia has 4. But Korea is going to finish with 6. Georgia still has 2 in the air. One is going to get 3. The other will pick up 6. Georgia takes 3rd place in a spot on the podium. So a disappointing run there for the Korean Republic. Who had a good start, but can't finish it off. Now it's Pakistan against India. Pakistan has had troubles for their opponents, lead to 2 easy wins thus far in this competition. Let's see what happens here. India has 1 going further, but they've got 2 that are going to have a hard time now. And that's going to do it. Pakistan, it doesn't matter what India does, they'll pick up 6, but Pakistan picks up the win, and they take the Asian Tournament Cup. An underdog story in Pakistan, not featured very often, but they come through with a huge win for their country. Georgia, give them credit, they get a podium finish. India gets 2nd, Pakistan gets 1st, and you can give some credit to the Korean Republic as well, because they will play on in the World Tournament. As you see there, Pakistan gets the victory. They take home the cup, and they earn the bragging rights as the winner of the Asian Tournament here for Marble Fubeca. So congratulations for them. A big win, a big upset, and hopefully some momentum being built for Pakistan. India gave it an effort, but that wasn't the case. As you see, there are the 4 teams that are now going to qualify for the 2019 World Tournament. Korean Republic, India, Georgia, and your champion from the Asian Tournament, Pakistan. So until next time, we will have another tournament coming up. But I'm Ricochet, and you've been watching MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca.